pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Portland Trailblazers. For Portland, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. You know who I'm looking forward to watching tonight?
I would not know.
How about C.J. McCollum?
Okay.
Low-rated high school recruit, comes out of a small college. And Shaq, this guy can flat out play.
Man, great young combo guard. Offensively, he can do it all, Ernie.
He's a very tricky defender, meaning he's got long arms. He's able to reach in when you don't think he's able to get to basketballs. Dangerous on and off the ball.
You guys fun to watch, and that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Live from New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And, of course, Porzingis. He's a big ticket to foul. They'll go without him, though.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move.
You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Labissiere out there with Hood, and it's Nurkic in its center. Now Smith following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Here's Trier. Wide open look. Knox misses. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Lillard. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And so here's Portland. Lillard, right side. To the paint. Labissiere finds Hood. Just 5 to shoot.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find the target.
Here's Knox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
2.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. That one is no good. Chris, you've played against the Blazers and in Portland so many times in your career. Explain the love the city has for this terrific team.
Well, Portland actually was my favorite arena to play in. I love the floor, the seats, the lighting there. I just love playing there. I mean, the city lives and dies with the Blazers. They have crazy, die-hard fans there in Rip City. I mean, very few teams have a devoted fan base as the Blazers do.
And the basket by McCollum.
McCullough is a sniper from the mid-range area on the floor. Always got to know where he is on the court.
Passes to Knox. Lillard against Smith. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Terry Stotts. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So their focus, guys, is going to be on defense right away.
And that's always a good philosophy. Don't let an opponent get settled. Try to take them out of their game early.
Well, you know what, guys? One of the things that stand out to me is how well their team communicates on defense. I mean, they function as a unit. That's why defense is a weapon for them. Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back didn't work.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. This year kicks to Lillard. McCollum with the ball. He's coming off a 34-point game against Washington. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. New York trailing. Smith the pass to Trier. Rebounded by Hood.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Damian Lillard. 6th in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Here's Trier, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Smith finds Robinson. Shoots over Nurkic, and it's Robinson that time on the assist by Smith.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Now Hood. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now here's Lillard. The feed now to Nurkic. Here's Labissiere. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissiere makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length.
Smith against Lillard. Conley kicks to Smith. Feeds it to Robinson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. The Knicks have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Two shots.
Free throw good. Robinson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to McCollum. To the middle. Here's Labissiere. That one's not going to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Well, extremely accurate throughout the evening, I thought. The play call, they really fit the lineups they were rolling out.
Working on his interior game, Smith Jr. is very aware he has what it takes to score from there.
And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And he's good on the three ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum against Smith. Here's Labissiere. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Here's Trier. He has 5. Robinson passes to Trier, and Vonleh has it in the corner. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And here's Hood. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Unloads. Here's Labissiere. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Moutier, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Portland with a change here too. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Hood. Knocked away. Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Portland.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he can't get the first one. Chris, there are a lot of players offensively in this league who do certain things, just the nuances that create contact and draw fouls and get themselves to the line, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. When I think of fouls, I think of James Harden. If I was a big man in the league today, I would have nightmares about this guy because he gets to the free throw line almost upwards of 10 times a game. His Euro step, his way to put his elbow up, he baits you to reach in, and then there's the presence of mind to be so quick that once you put your hand in the cookie jar, it's like your little brother telling you, "Ma," and you get in trouble. And that's what he does. He makes sure that the ref sees you getting that contact, you getting the foul. And how about DeMar DeRozan, what he does and being so strong attacking the hole, and DeMarcus Cousins inside using his big body in the post. Those come to mind the quickest, using their skill set to draw fouls on other players, because there's an art to it.
Here's Curry following the score by New York. Pass to Collins. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the night. So for the Trailblazers, Jake Layman comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Turner subbed in for Damian Lillard. And that one falls for Collins. Here's Moutier, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. And now here's Hazonia. He's covered by Aminu. Robinson misses. Trailblazers trail by 3. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got his first bucket of the night.
Turner's a muscular player, superb at fighting his way through the D. He likes overcoming these challenges.
Here's Moutier. Collins grabs the miss. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And stolen by Hazonia. Here's Dotson.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his first foul. And New York making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Now here's Turner. He's tightly guarded. Outside Curry. Passes it to Layman. Outside Turner. 6 to shoot. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Ntilikina. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
Knocked loose. Turner with the steal. To the inside. Layman. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the team.
Here's Dotson. Clock at 6. That one's off. Still out of sync.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Pass to Layman. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
New York calls timeout.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Toronto. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, New York, 8.5 games behind them.
And right now for the Knicks, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And we're deep enough into the season now to know they don't have what it takes to mount up any kind of charge.
NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving. But C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone, and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think that players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you're calling the play.
I love your honest appraisal. Portland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Moutier with the ball. Picked up by Turner. And now here's Hazonia. He's covered closely. Out left to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
They get it again. Curry kicks to Layman. Dishes to Aminu. Fires for three. Layman gets the bucket. Layman's got 7.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Moutier. Turner covering. Here's Thomas. Here's Ntilikina. Thomas trying to break loose. Ntilikina can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Curry dishes to Turner. Kicks to Collins. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
For Portland, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Curry. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He's always going to give players a chance to earn minutes. And he's up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
And now here's Hazonia, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
Curry kicks to Turner. Outside Curry. That's tipped and stolen by Hazonia. Now here's Moutier. Turner covering. Moutier with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That one good for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive 16-5 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Well, it does a couple of things. It gives you more opportunities, but it also sets a tone. They're the more physical, the more dominant team right now.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And New York, looking at who they've got. Moutier and Ntilikina are the guards handle. Lance Thomas out there with Hazonia. And it's Dotson in at the 3 spot. Trailblazers leading by 8. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Layman pass to Aminu. And stolen by Hazonia. Moutier finds Thomas. Back to Moutier. On the money with the open jumper.
That's just how you draw it up, right? As easy as a look as they could find.
Now here's Curry, guarded closer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Collins, good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Knicks trail by 8. Here's Ntilikina. His last outing, he had 8 points. Over in the corner, Moutier. 3-pointer on the way. No good, shot missing. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
And Turner kicks to Aminu. Over Hazonia. Aminu misses.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. The Knicks have shot 50% from the line on 10 attempts. That's a few too many misses.
Shooting 2.
The free throw good for Moutier. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Both good from the line that time. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Got a piece of it. Smith the pass to Vonleh. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Vonleh's got 5.
Well, he just exploited the size mismatch, and he's getting easy looks tonight.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
He better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a 3rd foul before halftime.
Trier, he's checked in for Moutier. McCollum kicks to Lillard. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. 9 points in the game so far.
Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Knox. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Here's Trier. Labissiere picking up that last basket. Trier passes to Vonleh, fires the three, tips it up, and Thomas with the second chance points. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Friday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Oh, look at Labissiere. I mean, he grew up in Haiti. I mean, in the 2010 quake, his family's house collapsed on top of him. Luckily, they were rescued, and that drove him to leave the U.S. at age 14 to pursue a basketball career.
Robinson's checked in for Thomas. And that one misses. And Chris, I remember hearing after that quake, trapped for hours in the rubble, Scal couldn't walk for weeks. Then he comes to the U.S., didn't speak a word of English. There's a lot he's overcome in his life.
I mean, think about that. That's where success comes from, his perseverance. That's going to serve him well. Think about 1 year at Kentucky. He didn't dominate, but he's never let adversity get the best of him.
Here's Smith after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Smith surveying the D. Launches a three. That shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, they allowed way too many easy buckets. I thought they lacked toughness and energy all night.
Now Lillard following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith. Nurkic up top, guarded by Robinson. Here's Lillard. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson down low. Working on Nurkic, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Robinson. Three-pointer, Lillard. But they get it back. Nurkic finds Hood. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player a lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. And there's the pass to Knox. Here's Robinson. Back to Smith. Jacks up a three. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Lillard. For the three. The Trailblazers keeping it alive. New 24. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Knicks trail by 4. Now Smith. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Vonleh at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Here's Knox. Rebounded by Hood. Hood's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. For New York, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Smith against Lillard. Smith kicks to Robinson. Back to Smith. Here's Knox. Goodbye Hood. Trier. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 6. To the inside. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Vonleh. 5 points in the game. In the corner, Smith with it. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
New York calls timeout.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time. All right, a moment to see the stats for C.J. McCollum. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging 28 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Now, here is Robinson. He's got 8, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the 2nd player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business. And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Lillard. Vonleh with the rebound.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, is not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of the facilitator.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Frank Ntilikina has checked in for New York. Portland also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Skal Labissiere. And it's Aminu in for Rodney Hood. The free throw is good from Lillard.
Well, make no mistake, Dame Lillard is this team's leader. I mean, he stepped right into the role after Aldridge left town. Even while Aldridge was in town, he was the leader. I mean, he has done a fantastic job leading the way on the floor and in the locker room.
Out to Smith. Buries the long-range jumper. Smith's got 5 now.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say, ouch to that.
Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. Here with the rebound. And with the attitude of me against the world approach that Lillard has. You can see it with the rest of the team.
I mean, teams follow the attitude of their leader. This Portland team always plays with an underdog perspective because of Lillard. Lillard has brought the team together closer by organizing barbecues, post-game group activities. I mean, he's the man.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Finds himself wide open and drills it. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
You got to know McCollum has an itchy trigger finger. As soon as the ball comes to him, he's ready to pull it.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Nurkic with the block.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Lillard finds Aminu. And it's off from three-point range. Knicks trail by 9. Smith wide open. He fires. New York no good that time either.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Here's Smith following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Aminu. Lillard against Smith. McCollum outside. To the inside. Nurkic. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Passes to Ntilikina. Back to Vonleh. Pass to Trier. Three-pointer. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
And it's Lillard missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
That's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
For Portland, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Layman's checked in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now, here's Moutier, covered by Lillard. Takes the turnaround J, misses off the left iron.
Off target with a pretty good look from mid-range.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Here's Knox. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Labissiere out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3. Smith the pass to Vonleh. Here's Knox, covered by Hood. Shot clock at 5. Here's Knox. And no good that time. Great D that time from Hood.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Remarkable work inside from Labissiere, using his massive frame to get calls close to the bucket.
And that one falls for Labissiere. He doesn't get the second one. Knicks trail by 12. Outside Robinson. Down low. It's stolen by Labissiere. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Lillard from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. New York shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Trier, defended by Labissiere. Here's Vonleh, banked in off the glass. Vonleh's got 7.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lillard finds Nurkic. At the elbow, Labissiere. Over Vonleh. Labissiere, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Whew. I love how hard Smith goes to the rim. Just remarkable at driving to the rack and taking the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And 74%, yeah, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability, Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
And Labissiere sends it back. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Robinson with the block. Vonleh, the pass to Knox. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Vonleh. Here's Robinson. Shoots over Nurkic. New York, no good that time either.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And with Jusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian center, he's so aggressive on the floor, he can be a fantastic player.
And fans always want more from Nurkic. I mean, they see the flashes of what he can do when he's active and aggressive. Nurkic himself knows that this is a case with him, and it's something he's trying to iron out.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State, they hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course, there's the Trailblazers, 9 games back.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
Here's Trier. He's got 5. It's good. Trier's got 7 points.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Lillard against Smith. Now, here's Lillard. T right on him. McCollum outside. Puts it up from 17. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
Knocks the pass to Smith. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum, and another 3 for Portland.
You got to appreciate the sharp shooting of McCollum. When he's squared up from deep, you feel like it's going in every time.
Lillard against Smith. Knocks the pass to Vonleh. He gets it in there. He's got 9.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. And they're playing through a string of road games that will be game 5 of the 6 on the road.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
They get it back. Robinson. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Lillard surveying the D. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Trier passes to Vonleh. Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And the Knicks making a change here. Hezonja's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Evan Turner. He's checked in for Hood. And Curry subbed in for Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 12. It's taken away by Smith. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Trier. The Trailblazers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Nurkic against Robinson. Knocked loose. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 15 points.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half. 3rd overall.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Knox. Shoots over Turner. Knox misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 18 points for C.J. McCollum.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
To the middle, 13 feet away. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. McCollum left side. Shot clock at 6. Top of the key. And it's good for 2. McCollum's got 20.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his 4th foul of the contest. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Outside Turner. He kicks it to McCollum. Now the pass to Aminu. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Layman, he's checked in for Turner. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Thomas dishes to Moutier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. They'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know, for that Pistons game, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Trailblazers leading by 22. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
It's McCollum with the drive. In the corner, Collins with it to the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Layman. Offensive rebound. Curry finds Aminu. McCollum up top. He's got 20. Curry outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Moutier passes to Thomas. Back to Moutier. To the paint. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Trailblazers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all.
Now look, he was laying in wait for that pass. I mean, lured him into his trap.
And Moutier throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Knicks making the shot. Outside for Curry. Here's Aminu. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Oh, he's a freakish athlete. I love how intense Aminu is and how often he looks to dunk it.
Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Ntilikina's got 4 this quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now, here's Aminu. Hezonja defending. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Over Hazonia. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And with the moment now, let's check out some stats for Aminu. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 6 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Passes it to Ntilikina. Thomas kicks to Ntilikina. That 3 off the mark.
His stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
1:35 left in the third. Dotson can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 23. To the inside. The rebound by Hazonia.
The bench was ready to erupt. Instead, look at them. They're hiding their faces in their top.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
The Knicks making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Lillard from outside sinks the triple. Lillard's got 25 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Now here's Moutier. 9 points in the game so far. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
54 seconds left to play here in the third. Lillard with it. Now defended by Moutier. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The putback. Vonleh with the rebound. Knicks trail by 21. Here's Ntilikina. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ntilikina's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Collins passes to McCollum. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Moutier, no good. Layman pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Trailblazers lead by 21. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Portland leading by 21. Moutier and Ntilikina are the guard tandem. Vonleh's out there with Hazonia. And it's Dotson in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for New York right now. The 3-pointer is right on target. 28 points for Lillard.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Dotson kicks to Vonleh. Rebounded by Hood. Hood's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's tipped. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, it's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip into tendencies. And I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And here's Moutier to the paint. Conley kicks to Dotson. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Portland called for the foul. First free throw is good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Pass to Trent. That's tipped. Allen outside. Pass to Knox. Lays it up off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Trailblazers leading by 21. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Turner. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You're like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team this year.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Second free throw, no good.
And Evan Turner, a wing player who helps in ways other than scoring. He can bring up the ball and initiate the offense, and he's decent in the post and clever when he gets it inside.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Right wing. Here's Knox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That one on Turner. Well, C-Webb with Evan Turner, the former second overall pick. He gives you a little bit of everything.
Now, the one thing missing from Turner's game, though, was outside shooting. He had a career 30% shooter from beyond the arc. But the instincts on taking threes, still, he's at his best when he attacks the rim and creates for others.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Chris, coach turnover happens a lot in the NBA. And there are some people that feel that, teams are too quick to make a change. What do you think?
Every situation is different. Sometimes an obvious change is needed, but sometimes it feels more like desperations. Think about it. The best franchises typically have stability, and fans aren't stupid. They know when their team is just trying to throw a worm out there to catch and to see who they can get, or if they're using the past coach as a scapegoat, trying to redirect the emotions of the fans to direct them to cheer for their team further on. But a lot of times, I tell you this, though, coaches getting fired because the players don't execute and follow through. A lot of times it's not the coach's fault, but usually they have to take the fall, and that's what being the leader is all about. And unfortunately for the coaches, there is quick turnover, but hopefully they can land back on their feet at a new place with another job, with a team that'll listen and let them set the culture.
Good insight. Out to the wing. Outside Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Trier. No good there. Good work defensively by Turner. Trailblazers leading by 20. Picked his pocket. Here's Knox. Turner covering. Good work defensively by Turner. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Evan Turner. And here's Aminu. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Lillard finds Aminu. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Wanley, the pass to Robinson. Nice shot by Smith.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink. Wills those shots in.
Lillard against Smith. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Each team has 1 inactive player per night. Would upping that amount, you think, C-Web, of active players on game day change anything at all?
I don't believe so, because the inactive player we're talking about usually is at the bottom of the roster. And so if you look at the next man up theory, that means that the last guy on the bench at that time, it's his time to get that playing time. So I don't think that the inactive players would change anything, because it's still a team sport, and those guys earn their playing time in practice. And so that guy at the end of the bench is still one of the greatest players in the world and can contribute at any time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Knox. He's covered by Aminu. Here's Robinson. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Lillard from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 39.
I mean, he's been terrific from the field so far this half. I mean, driving his percentage through the roof.
Trier passes to Smith. Here's Trier. He's guarded by McCollum. The shot by Trier, no good. Trailblazers leading by 22. And now Portland on the break. And that one's good. Lillard.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Smith with it. He dishes it to Robinson. Wanley, the pass to Trier. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Web, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds. They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
New York's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. The drive by Smith, and he makes that one. Smith's got 4 this quarter.
And even if you get a hand up, Smith knows how to finish. When he's in the post, he is dangerous.
McCollum kicks to Labissiere. Down low, Lillard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Lillard's got 43 points.
The entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
Here's Trier, defended by Labissiere. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for him. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you were young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement. And I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
It's tipped. And here comes Smith leading the fast break over Lillard. And he can't bank that one in. Trailblazers leading by 19. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard. Crazy.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. The shot misses, and the Trailblazers going the other way, and it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Jake Layman comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Seth Curry, he's checked in for McCollum, and it's Turner in for Damian Lillard. Layman pass to Labissiere. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
Their offense had a great flow to it because of how well he was moving the ball. His assists were way up there, and he kept everybody moving, working to get open.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Allen's checked in for New York. He's perfect from the line this time. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Curry on the wing. Here's Labissiere. It's blocked. Allen outside. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good work defensively by Turner. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Kicks it to Curry. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.